Fibre friends, I'm Emma, also known as Wander and Crate with Emma on all my socials. This vlog is all about my knitting and crochet adventures from making to designing, as well as some occasional travel thrown in with a yarn and fibre twist. This week's episode, I'm giving you a behind the scenes on my new summer crochet bag collection that's coming out now. By the time that you watch this, I'm recording this way back in April, but it's out today. So sit back, grab your yarn and enjoy. Okay, so for some background, I first had the idea for these bags last year when we were in Taiwan. We were walking around Taipei and we walked into a shopping mall and there was lots of designer stores in there, which is not my scene. I was only walking past, but I noticed in the window of Prada that bag that I think probably all of us crocheters saw going around last summer. It's a crochet bag made with raffia yarn, I think I saw. And I saw it, I immediately googled it to find out a price, and I think it was something ridiculous, like $1,000 something, maybe even more than that. And you know, as we all do, I thought, I can make that. And it immediately gave me some ideas. So obviously this bag collection isn't exactly copying that bag design, but it inspired me with some other ideas. And so it's gone from just the tote bag to now 3 bags. So I'm gonna have the tote bag, the bottle holder and a phone holder. So far, I have only started on the tote bag. I actually started on this before I had the idea to record this video, so what I'm going to show you right now is something that I have already done, and then I'm going to take you through the whole design process, probably right up to when it's going to testing and then being released. So after I saw the bag last summer, about a couple of months later, I was in a yarn store and I saw some cotton yarn that I really liked the colour of. So I bought that with still this tote bag idea in mind, and I started trialling some ideas. I didn't get very far. I only bought like one ball of this yarn, and I started trying to work out how I might want this tote bag to look. And then I put it down, and I didn't come back to it again till a few weeks ago. Come back to the idea. And so a few weeks ago, I took myself to Michael's and I picked up this thread, this cotton yarn, which I did show in my very first vlog. It's just a loops and thread classic cotton yarn in this really nice kind of bright, it says jade green colour. And I went back to it. So the tote bag, I had this idea of doing kind of a split of like a solid, like a rectangular shape with solid double crochet stitches and a kind of more mesh triangle, kind of split 2 triangles. So I've done the panels for the tote bag so far, and this is what they are looking like. Excuse the tulips. So there's 2 panels of that. And I wanted it to be a bit more of a boxy tote bag, so rather than just join these 2 together, I wanted it to have a little bit more width to it. So what I've done is just double crocheted a whole strip that I will then kind of join around the edges and the bottom of each panel to create that kind of more boxy tote bag look, and hopefully that is going to play out as I have in mind. The handle design I haven't figured out yet. Actually, I'm thinking, would it be better to have a bit of a more seamless handle rather than joining the handle to the top? Would that make the bag a little bit stronger than just stitched on at the end? So I kind of need to experiment with ideas for that. But yeah, that's how I've started so far. So let's see how I got on designing the rest of it. Okay, so it is early April 2024 and I'm working on the bottle bag for my summer bag collection. I have spent the weekend working on this. I didn't make a plan for the bottle bag. I just started winging it and was doing a lot of trial and error. So I quite quickly got the size right. that I wanted, but I have been really struggling with trying to get that diagonal design that I'm using for all 3 of the bags in the collection. So I probably made this bag like 3 or 4 times. I could not work out how to get it equally to display on both sides. I even had to get a scrappy bit of paper and try and figure it out, which is ridiculous. But and this is like the 5th one I did yesterday, like frogging, starting again. It's still not perfect, but now I know what the final version needs to be. I know the measurements, I know the design. I'm done. So it's a different day, but I was thinking about what I said, and I thought I didn't really go into why I wasn't happy with this version of the bottle bag. Like I said, I had done a few different versions to get to this point with some trial and error, and I know this isn't the final version, but to go a bit more into that, it's because when I finished, although I had got like the triangle like decreases right, when I actually try it with a bottle or coffee flask, it just looks a bit too long, like there's too much to it. And then when I did the handles, it's actually just, I feel, way too long, especially if it's full with liquid. This kind of stretches. So what I'm planning to do is take a row of double crochet at the bottom here and a row out of the top, shorten the handle, and maybe change the design of the handle to make it less stretchy. So they're my plans for it. Just wanted to add that in there for the kind of design journey, just so you know kind of exactly what my thinking is and why I'm changing it. Okay, so I got the bottle bag exactly how I wanted it. I'm really happy with it now. So here is the finished version. So I have the triangle decreases, it's still a rounded bottom, and I changed the strap, made it a little bit shorter. It's just a series of double crochet, and here's what it looks like. So this works with other bottles. I left my bigger one at work, but this flask is quite narrow and my bottle is a little wider, so it's going to fit lots of different sizes. So it's in, and I can put it over across me. You really can't see, but yeah, I'm happy with it. It's the one I had in mind, and I'm glad I could finally figure it out and get there. I also finished the tote bag, and this has turned out kind of exactly how I had planned it to, so I'm happy with that. Sorry I haven't weaved the ends in yet, because I never do, I'm terrible with it, but obviously I will before I take photos. But yeah, so it's the same design, and then I have the kind of add a more boxy style to it, added this connecting strip, and I had intended to like join the strip, you can see there. I was gonna turn it inside out so you couldn't see the joins, so it would be like this, but I actually don't like it as much. It felt less boxy then than I wanted it, and more just kind of round and flat. So I feel having it this way with the joining stitches showing gives it a bit more structure, or looks more structured. So here, this is how it is. Don't know how well you can see that because I'm standing quite far away, but I'm really happy with it. So now is time to just write up the pattern. And then I have one more bag after that. It's going to be a phone holder, so just a little something if you're planning to go for a walk and not take anything else with you. Like, that'll be it. It'll be a similar design to this, and I think quite a quick one to crochet up. But yeah, let's see how I get on. It's now June as I'm recording this, and I started recording these videos back in April when I first started making these bags. The bags are now already in testing. I have had a haircut since I started filming these videos, much shorter now, but that's a story for another time. But in reviewing the footage to make this video, I realised that I didn't talk about the process with designing the phone holder bag. I mentioned that that was going to be the third bag, but I didn't go back and film any of the process of so I thought I'd talk about it here. So initially I thought I'd construct it in the same way as the tote bag, so making 2 panels and then joining them together, not with a kind of strip kind of joining them together, but just flat, but having the idea of that kind of outside join, exposed join, like I have with the bag here. You've already seen, but you know, you can see the joins here, creating that seam. I was going to do that, so I made the 2 little panels like this, and then I started to join them together, but I just didn't like how it looked. I thought it just looked a bit too basic, being this small. It didn't have the same style as the tote bag of having that seam, I guess because that kind of strap boxy look was missing from it. So in the end I changed it up and I went with the more style of construction as the bottle holder, so going around but not having that flat circle structure as the base, but just simply flat. So very similar pattern style, just making the circle that you begin with in the bottle holder pattern. So it looks like this, very simple, flat, just the 2 halves. Like the other 2 bag designs, it has this kind of meshed half and half design, and then the seamless strap added in at the top with a very thin strap. And again, I've been using this for walks already, like when I haven't wanted to take much stuff with me, and it just goes over the shoulder, very easy. Because it's quite stretchy, you can kind of adaptable to different sizes of phones, and it's been great. So that's that, and this was so simple to make. I think once I got the design idea figured out, it took me maybe 30 minutes to make. And as I'm remaking all these bags in a cream coloured yarn for photos and just to add some photos to the process, like process photos for the pattern, I actually might time myself and see exactly how long this takes, just so you're aware. Like, I'm not necessarily the fastest crocheter either, so it would be good for anyone who wants to gauge in time. Like, maybe these would be great gifts and something you can make up really quickly if you're looking for a last minute gift for someone. So I'll probably insert that next. still have to sew the bottom up and I need scissors to break the yarn, but I'm really surprised at that. 24 minutes, 25 once I've sewn it up. Okay, we're now in June and the bags are all in testing, so let me show you the Salt Spring bags collection. So I'll start with the smallest, going up to the biggest. So the smallest one is the phone holder. It's just this cutie little bag here. As you probably just saw, I tested it again making one in cream, and it took me less than 30 minutes to make, which was amazing. I had really thought it was going to be an hour maybe. I knew it would be quick, but I thought an hour would be realistic, but no, 27 minutes, so super quick. Here's with the phone in it. Really easy to just pop on. Let me stand back. Just pop it on, go for a walk, have your keys, you don't need anything else. I love it. This would be great gift making actually, you know, if you want to make something really quick for a birthday or for Christmas, like this pattern would be the one. And then, so next up is the bottle holder, which I really love and I've been using so much. So again, all three of them have this design of the graduated, why can I never describe this? Like it's split diagonally across both sides. So half is mesh and half is double crochet. It starts with a circle, flat base, flat circle base, and then you build the body following the half mesh, half double crochet pattern. And this is my wide, like 1 litre bottle, and it fits in just right. And again, as with the phone holder, you can just pop it across you or sling it over one shoulder and you're off. Again, this one I have been using the most because I do like to go on a walk, and when we've been walking around like exploring cities or just out and about on small errands where I have my little crossbody Uniqlo bag that this bottle can't fit into, it's been really handy just to have this other bag to hand that I can put the bottle in and just go. So I'm really loving this, and now I have 2 versions of it because I made the cream one as well, so really happy with this one. And again, this didn't take too long, a bit longer than the phone holder bag, but you're just going round and round, and it's double crochet with worsted weight using a 5mm hook, so it really doesn't take long at all. And then finally, is the tote bag. The more I look at this and when I'm taking photos, I just really love it. It's a great one, again, if you're maybe going to your local market, picking up some fruit and vegetables, or you're popping down to the beach. You know, you can just grab your towel, grab your projects, pop it in. Easy. And it was really important to me that the straps were going to be as secure as possible so that you could put quite a few things in this bag and the straps would be able to take it, and there was no risk that they were coming away, which I was worried about had I just attached them separately at the end. I thought there's, you know, the weight might be to put too much strain on the straps, so I really wanted to make it so that they were incorporated into the whole design, so it's a seamless strap construction. And yeah, to give it a more boxy feel, as I already mentioned earlier in this video, like I did add this kind of connecting strip and keeping the joins on the outside for a bit more style and structure, the structure of the bag. I love this colour as well, it's very summery, but obviously some of the testers have used different colours like purples and variegated and multi-coloured yarn, and they all look awesome, but it's very summery, so I'm making these just in time. So yeah, that is my bag collection. I hope you love them as much as I do. The pattern is out now, as this video has come out. It's the same day that the pattern is released. Buying one pattern gets you all 3 bag patterns. It comes in one PDF, and it's going to be available from my website, from Etsy, and from Ravelry if that's available to you. The links to all of those can be found below in the description. Please give this video a like if you love the bag patterns. If you purchase a pattern, Make a comment below because I would absolutely love to see the finished versions of any of the bags that you make. And as usual, thank you for watching this episode of Wander and Create, making the Salt Spring bags. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit more of the design process and the behind the scenes. Let me know in the comments if it's inspired you to design your own bags in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for a next episode of Wander and Create with Emma.